There's a special kind of pride that you feel deep down inside, a strength that seems to thrive in Lima, Allen County.
The American way of life, to get in gear and do what's right.
An unbreakable forthright link called real American strength. Lima, Allen County, real American strength. Forever moving forward without forgetting where we've been.
Creativity meets technology, where possibilities never end.
Ohio's strong Midwestern know-how, exploring innovative ideas. Deep-rooted but always growing, ever proud of where we live. Lima, Allen County, real American strength.
Keeping you up to date with what's happening in your community. Community Focus on GTV2.
Thanks for joining us today on Community Focus. I'm Anne Decker, and I'm pleased to welcome to the studio today Jill Ackerman, who is the Superintendent of the Lima City Schools. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. School just started back up. How's it been going so far?
School started last Tuesday on the 21st, and it has gone very well. I think we had a smooth transition in this year because we weren't changing any districts or changing any times, and
thank goodness.
Everybody seemed to kind of fall into place, and it's been a great week. We had a fun bonfire on Thursday night at the stadium, and we had a big pep rally at the high school on Friday. So we've had a lot of fun, and it's been a really good week.
Well, and football's already started. I can't believe it, but you know, here we are.
Football has started in the warm weather.
Yeah. And you're actually retiring a couple of the jerseys this year.
We are. On Friday, September 28th at halftime, we are going to retire the jerseys of two famous Lima football players, Dave Cheney, he was number 76, and Denny Hollinger was number 70. So we're going to do that in the middle of that football game, so we hope that everybody comes out and pays tribute to two great players.
They really were. So what else do you have coming up for the next month?
Well, we have some fun things happening. This coming Saturday, September 1st, from 6 to 11 p.m., we have our second annual Up on the Rooftop, which is actually up on the rooftop of the parking garage in downtown Lima. That is a fundraiser for the Liberty Arts Magnet School, and we bring in music by Phase 5 and Urban Tribe featuring Charles and Gwen Scales, and then the Lima Senior Jazz Band will play along with them. It's $10 general admission at the door. You can buy the tickets at the door, or you can pay for a table of 10, $300, and then that would include dinner. And the Civic Center box office would have tickets for that. And we did it last year, and it was a great fun event, and it was beautiful up on the parking garage. And in the event that there would be rain, that would be moved into the Civic Center.
Okay, so for more information, just contact the Civic Center box office?
They can contact the Civic Center box office, or they can call us at the Lima City Schools, 996-3400, for any more information.
All right. What else is coming up?
Well, we have... we want to make sure we remind everybody that this coming Friday already we have District In-Service Day. So there won't be any school for students, and our staff is going through a really intense curriculum design process with all the new Common Core standards. We've created some pacing charts. We have created pacing charts for all our content areas. So our entire staff, including art, music, PE, everybody is working on content standards. Our classified staff will be listening to a motivational speaker, Jeff Joyner. We'll be coming in and talking with them about teaming. So we wanted to remind parents that we don't have school on Friday. And then, of course, on Monday, which is Labor Day, and we'll be walking in the parade, and we invite everybody to walk with us, and they can wear red or they can wear their I Believe in Lima t-shirts, and we're going to be with the band and the cheerleaders and all of the football players and all the athletes. And we're going to walk in the parade, and then we're going to attempt to participate in the kickball tournament for Oak Park. We did that last year. It was fun. We weren't very good, but it was really fun.
It doesn't matter if you're good or not, as long as you're having fun.
And then we continue to have open houses in our schools. All of those times and can be found on either our Facebook page or our website. And we're always looking for volunteers in our buildings. So we encourage people to participate in that venue as a volunteer. Anybody that does would have to have just a BCI background check for $25, and they can have that done at the Board of Education office. But we can always use people to come in and read to our kids, or simply just to come in and be a mentor or help in the classroom in any capacity. And then I guess with the fall sports opening, we kick off volleyball tonight, and we get into the soccer season and girls tennis and cross country, and all those events will start up.
Yeah, you're pretty much going full steam from here on out.
We're moving forward, and then our music and concerts and things like that will start to open in October, and we will be rolling, and it will be fall before we know it.
I know, it's coming very fast.
It is.
Jill, if people want more details, they can get everything on your website, correct?
Everything on our website, which is going to be going under construction at some point in the near future, but it's www.limacitischools.org. And our Facebook page, we like it when people like us on Facebook because we put up a lot of information, a lot of pictures and things we do a lot of celebrations on there as well. So
can they find school delays there as well?
They can find school delays there, and they can also sign up for text alerts.
Oh, wonderful.
They can be text alerts for fog or any kind of delay, and the parents can also sign up for school bus text alerts. And the directions for all of that are on our website as well.
Okay, that's limacitischools.org.
Yes.
All right, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Jill Ackerman from the Lima City Schools.
Help keep the youth of Lima safe by donating to Lima Safety City today. Hello, I'm Chuck Eichelberger from the Lima Noon Optimist Club. Safety City is a very important part of the Lima community. The Optimist Club is renovating Safety City and it needs your help. Donations can be made by going to the website limasafetycity.org. You can also send a donation to Lima Noon Optimist Club, P.O. Box 428, Lima, Ohio 45802. Help keep the youth of Lima safe by donating to Safety City today.
Lima City Council has recently amended the city's vicious dog ordinance to deal with potential problems concerning dangerous dogs in the public.
The ordinance is comprehensive. However, here are some key elements that all dog owners and their neighbors should be aware of.
Any dog that is considered a breed of pit bull is considered a vicious dog regardless of its temperament.
A vicious dog is any dog that attacks, bites, or causes injury to a person or domestic animal with or without provocation.
Not under control of the owner and secure with a muzzle and a leash of 6 feet or less in length, all vicious dogs must be confined when outside in a pen with a secured top and bottom, or with the sides of the pen embedded at least 1 foot deep into the ground.
If you're a dog owner and have concerns about any dogs in your neighborhood, visit limapolicedepartment.com to find out more about the city's vicious dog ordinance.
The fine for non-compliance is $150 per citation, and ignorance of the law is not a defense.
If there's an emergency situation, call local law enforcement for immediate assistance.
My joints ached and I was always tired.
I was always cold, I couldn't concentrate, and my body hurt all over.
My doctor told me I had lupus. Women of childbearing age, and especially African American women, are at higher risk.
If you suspect that you have lupus, you should contact your doctor.
You're invited to attend the local lupus support group meetings on the second Thursday of each month at 1 o'clock at Lima Towers. For further information, go to connectedhands.org.
Thanks for joining us today on Community Focus. I'm Anne Decker, and Mike Caprella is in the studio today. He is with the City of Lima Utilities Department. And you know what's been great this summer? It's been hot, we've had a drought, but we haven't had any watering restrictions in this city, and that's because we have plenty and plenty of water here.
You're absolutely correct, and fortunately for the whole community, we built Williams Reservoir over the past several years, and we finished it late last year, and it was just wet enough over the winter months and the early spring months that we were able to actually fill that reservoir. I mean, Williams Reservoir is sitting there within 1 foot of being full right now, which a lot of people don't even realize that. But so we have 5.1 billion gallons of water sitting there in reserve that we can use. And that's very important, as you alluded to. It's been a very dry year, and this, they're saying now this may be one of the worst droughts we've ever seen. And if we didn't have Williams Reservoir, the other reservoirs we have right now would be at about the levels that we were at in 1988. And if you remember, 1988 was the big drought, they say, and there's a lot of water restrictions. And actually, I just looked the other day, and there's actually 22 cities in the state of Ohio right now that are on water restrictions. So it's hitting not only in adjoining states, it's hitting in Ohio, but we have really no concerns because we've got Williams sitting there. And I thought that we probably wouldn't need to probably tap into that reservoir for a couple of years, but it looks like maybe this fall, if the weather patterns don't change and we get a lot more rain, that we may need to start using it this fall.
So why hasn't it been used up to this point if it's already full?
We could use it. The other reservoirs have plenty of capacity also, although they're down to about a 60% level right now. And if we didn't have it, we'd be using those reservoirs like we do anyway. And once you fill it, you like to let it settle out, and so that the mud and stuff will settle at the bottom. When you pump it in from the river, it's kind of a little murky. But if you look at it right now, that water's just crystal clear. We could use it tomorrow; it wouldn't be any issue. The other good thing is we also finished the carbon facility at the water treatment plant here about a month ago and put it online. And the real benefit of that is, carbon absorbs organic matter, and that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but this time of year, and especially a year of a drought, we got a lot of dry conditions, a lot of heat, reservoirs getting low. You get a lot of algae that grows in the reservoir. And as you know, when you have algae, it's in your water supply, sometimes it can impart a little bit of a taste and an odor to water. That happens a lot of times about this time of year, late summer. With the carbon we have on right now, it absorbs all those organic compounds, including the algae, and what the algae emits when you kill the algae cells in the treatment process. So we don't have any taste and odor, and we won't have any taste and odor conditions this year. So that's a real added benefit for this community. Not only that, is when we started feeding the carbon, we noticed our chlorine demand getting less and less and less. So we were able to cut, we use chlorine as a disinfectant chemical, in water treatment. And all utilities use some form of a disinfectant. But we've been able to cut the chlorine by about 50%, which is a huge amount.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so a lot of people would say, I can taste chlorine in my water, but now they're not going to notice that. They're not going to notice algae. So we've really enhanced the supply and the quality and the treatment, of our water supply right now, which really bodes well for this community.
Well, and it's the kind of thing that nobody really notices until something goes wrong, when you do have the drought and you have the restrictions. But, for Lima, it's just been business as usual, so we haven't noticed all these improvements that you've made.
No one has noticed it. And so, fortunately for us, that's a good thing. And fortunately for the community, that's a good thing. Because we're down almost 7.5 inches of rain over what we normally see this time of year. I mean, this community sees about 36 inches of rainfall a year. And as of the end of July, we were down 7.8 inches of rain, which I look back, we keep records of rainfall, at our wastewater plant, and I look for the whole year. And the only month out of this year that we actually had above normal rainfall was in January, and it was just a little bit above normal. Every other month this year through July has been below normal.
As wet as the spring was?
As wet as the spring was. And we're still just a little bit under what normal levels would be. And our normal levels I'm talking about are a 78-year average. So it's a long time we've been looking at it now. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't pretend to be, but you can look at those numbers and see, there was a pattern, and there still is a pattern. Now August I think maybe a little above normal. But when it's as dry as it's been all summer long, those early August rains we had, that water just soaked right in.
Sure.
None of it made its way to the rivers and streams, so we didn't do any pumping after that. So it's going to take some sustained rains, I think, before the rivers get back to normal levels and we can start pumping and replenishing the reservoirs. But we have the ace in the hole. We have Williams.
We do, and that's great for economic development as well.
Oh, absolutely. So one of these days, I think, and I hope the economy will turn around and businesses will start, growing again, and new things will come in, and it is an economic development tool that we have now. So instead of having 10 billion gallons in storage for this community, now we'll have 15 billion gallons when everything's full, which that is a good economic development tool. So a lot of water at a good price, and that is one thing that businesses look at when they come in. One of the first things they look at, do you have enough water? Well, yes, we do.
You've been working on these projects for years, the carbon filter and the Williams Reservoir. Now that they're off your plate, what's next?
Well, I don't know. Good question. We still have several projects going. We're just finishing up the elevated water tower out at Central Point Industrial Park. That should be ready to go in about 30 days, and that's a 1.5 million gallons above ground, tank, which that's as large as our other 2 tanks together. So that's a lot of water, and that also helps the industries. That adds pressure and volume to the industrial park area, which in the southern part of our community. So that's a big thing. We're also replacing pumps and motors at a pump station we have at Williams Reservoir. That's the pump station that pumps water from the reservoirs, Bressler and Williams, when we start using Williams, back to the water treatment plant. Those pumps were put in 1969. We're starting to wear out. They weren't very energy efficient, so we're replacing the pumps and the motors there. And that's kind of a complicated job because we have to keep that pump station in use. So you can only take out one pump at a time and to keep two on and to change out all the electrical switchgear. And that's not a real easy project either. So it seems like anything we do is not real easy, but it's beneficial, and at the end it works out.
Well, it certainly is.
Yeah.
And thank you for all your efforts for the past couple of years. It's been a huge improvement to the community.
I'd like to think so also, and thank you. So it's what we do.
Great. Well, I'm glad you came in, and we'll get another update from you, I'm sure, in the next couple of months. Thank you.
Always happy to be here. Thank you.
Mike Caprella from the City of Lima Utilities Department. I'm Anne Decker, and this is Community Focus on GTV2.
This is a nice neighborhood. It is. Is that the house we live in, Mom? Yes. Look at all the kids around here, Mom. I like this house.
Hi, we're here about the house.
It's rented.
It's against the law to deny people the opportunity to live where they want and can afford. If you feel that you've been treated unfairly, give LACA a call and we'll look into your complaint. LACA's fair housing services are free, so call today and get the housing you deserve. 419-227-2586.
Reduce, recycle, reuse. Allied Waste Services and the City of Lima encourage you to live green by recycling all that you can. Recycling promotes green living by reducing the amount of waste materials buried in landfills. This saves money, natural resources, and energy. Keep our environment healthy and start recycling today. Allied Waste Services is committed to a clean environment. Contact us today for your recycling needs. Visit our website, republicservicesohio.com, to learn more about recycling today.
Did you know that if you have information about someone who's committed a crime or know of someone who is wanted by any law enforcement agency, you can call Crime Stoppers and possibly be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000. All callers remain anonymous. Make the call that pays. Call Crime Stoppers at 419-229-STOP.
Crime Stoppers! Crime Stoppers! Make the call that pays! Crime Stoppers!
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Community Focus. I'm Anne Decker, and I'm pleased to welcome to the studio today Londell Smith with the Bradfield Center, who's got to be one of the busiest guys in town. I mean, look at all this stuff you brought that's going on at the Bradfield Center.
Well, hello, and first of all, thank you again for having us.
You're quite welcome.
Like you said, a lot's going on. First, we had a tremendous summer, and I just want to give a few highlights on what all took place in terms of our outcomes. First of all, we had an average of about 39 kids that attended on a daily basis. But our total math scores improved by 45%.
You're kidding.
Okay.
That's impressive.
So our total math score. So our kids were 45% more proficient in math than what they were when they came.
What a great way to start off the school year.
And then also in terms of reading, we read 31,320 minutes, which is 522 hours. Of collective reading.
You got those kids to sit down that much?
Well, and it wasn't just in the classroom, but we took them outside, let them read in the shade, and you know, just kind of mix up the environment. But you know, through a partnership with the Lima Public Library, it was incentivized. So the more they read, the more chance they had to win some cool prizes. You know, so we always say that we have to be smarter than they are when it comes to trying to get them to do their work. And we try to show them that reading is fun, but it's also fundamental. You know, that nothing is going to happen in your life that's going to be anything worthwhile if you can't read. You know, if you're not functionally literate, then, you know, you're going to be at the mercy of everyone else. So, but we figured we'd do it in a fun way, you know, and again, 522 hours, that's a lot of reading.
That's
impressive. Over the summer. And all of our kids, well, the first and second graders, they learned 160 new sight words, which means these are words that they can see. They know what the word is, they know how to spell it, they know what it means. You know, so we think that's awesome that we were able to increase their vocabulary. We were able to increase, you know, their knowledge of different words that they will not only see on a day-to-day basis, but encounter as they get older as well. So that was also amazing. You know, all of our kids, they know, they understand, they can demonstrate the scientific method, you know, which is great. You know, a lot of project-based, hands-on activities. You know, thank you to CISA for providing the project kits. Again, making kids or giving them an environment or an atmosphere where it's hands-on and it's engaging, and we're looking forward to hearing back from the teachers because what we did do is communicate with the schools and just ask, hey, we just want a general idea. You know, we know it may not be scientifically, you know, researched and whatnot, but on average, the kids that participated in our summer program, how were they prepared in comparison to those that did not attend our program?
Well, I'm sure you'll get good reviews.
Well, we will, but we're just wanting to hear, you know, we believe we did good in terms of our stats. Our pre and post assessments showed us we did good, but there's nothing like hearing it from the teachers themselves, so we're looking forward to that. So in addition, you know, attitudes have increased. Our kids learned how to play the violin, you know, which was amazing. Kids were introduced to choir, theater, you know, anti-bullying, you know, I mean, just a whole lot took place kid-wise. But then adults, we had 8 adults participate in our senior fitness class. We had an average of 27 seniors participate in our senior social luncheon. I mean, we just had a very exciting summer, and we don't want to rest on our summer laurels. So, you know, here we are, you know, we want to share with the community some of the things that we have, you know, planned and designed for the fall.
Well, you know, for the kids, they have a chance to continue what they learned over the summer because you have an after-school program.
Absolutely, and it's going to start on September the 10th. You know, we did that by design because it gives us an opportunity to regroup, pull some things together to make sure that when we do launch it that, you know, all of our bases were covered, our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed, so that way our kids can just ease right back into the flow. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to start on September the 10th. It's open to, you know, whosoever. There is limited transportation available, which means that we'll be ready by the time your child gets out of school. You know, we'll bring them to the center, we'll engage them in some recreation-based activities, provide a healthy snack, sit down with them to go over their homework. But the difference is we're going to make sure the homework is done right. Okay, there's a difference between just getting the homework done and making sure it's done right.
So Londell is not the one who's helping out with the homework.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to make sure it's done right.
Absolutely. Well, because, and we look at it like this. At the end of the day, if a child is participating in our program and they turn in the homework and the homework wasn't done correctly, not only is it a reflection on that child, but it's also a reflection on the person or the organization that helped them.
True.
So if they're going to be with us and we're going to, you know, tell the parents and make the commitment that we're going to help you with your homework and provide tutoring, then we have to do it right. So yeah, you can count on it. All hands are on deck. No one is exempt. So, you know, wherever we need to, we'll all plug in because it's going to be a collective effort. So,
is there a fee for the after-school program?
Yes, it's going to be $30 a week. Okay.
Well, that includes the snack and everything.
That includes
That's great.
The snack, and again, we'll keep them till 6 o'clock. It equates to $120 a month. Now, if you have multiple kids, there are discounts for the second and third kids, so on and so forth. And also, we are state licensed, and we are approved through Jobs and Family Services. So if you qualify, they may provide some assistance as well. But again, $30 a week is really nothing to ask, you know, when you take into consideration everything that's going to be, you know, accomplished and given throughout this program.
Well, and it's the peace of mind, too, of knowing that your kid is at the Bradfield Center and you know it's a good place for your kid to be.
Correct. You said peace of mind. That's a key phrase there because, you know, again, as a parent myself, I understand the importance of knowing that my kid is in a safe, structured environment during those critical hours of 3 to 6, 3 to 7. You know, research and statistics show that that's when the majority of the risky behavior takes place, and that's because kids are left to themselves with nothing structured, and as a result, anything that comes up sounds like a good idea, you know, because it's something to do. So we figure instead of leaving them to themselves, we want to provide, you know, parents with a healthy option in terms of latchkey, you know, child care and after-school programming. And yes, we're biased, but we think we're a good opportunity. We're a good option for
So Mom and Dad need to be signing up for this right now.
Yes, we're only taking 54, and as of today, I think we only have 38 slots left.
So call immediately.
So call immediately. We've already gone into the schools with the flyers. We'll be continuing to get the word out. Everyone that was in the summer program received information. You know, it's just a matter of everybody filling out the packets, you know, and bringing it back in. So we have no doubt that we're going to fill up. We just want to make sure that the community is understanding that, you know, it's first come, first serve.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you have for the grown-ups?
Well, with the growing need for employment, we understand just by talking with manufacturers, you know, and others that say, hey, we have jobs, we just having a hard time finding qualified candidates to fill them. Well, it would be easy for us to sit back and point fingers and blame and, you know, and complain, but we said, you know what, we want to be proactive, we want to do something about it. So we've partnered with Rhodes State College and the West Central Ohio Manufacturing Consortium, and we're going to be offering a basic manufacturing pathways class at Bradfield. That's going to start on September the 11th. Again, classes are going to take place, and I got to look here because I want to make sure I get the times. The times are 6 o'clock. Right.
Okay.
6 o'clock. Now, there's a limited space, but, you know, for all those that are looking for jobs, you know, manufacturers are saying, look, we have jobs and we have good paying jobs, but if you want a foot in the door, if you want to increase your chance of becoming employed, you know, there are certain skill sets that you have to bring with you. And, you know, we can't take for granted that just because you have your high school education that automatically qualifies you. You know, there are certain things that you have to do. So we're excited about our partnership. We're going to offer these classes at Bradfield, so it's easy to get to in a nice, comfortable environment. And we're going to help prepare you. We're going to do what we can to help you get what you want out of life.
Is there
that's
a
exciting.
Fee for this?
Free.
Oh, so there's no excuse.
Well, no. Let's take it back. There is an investment. The investment is your time. Okay? So if you want it, now it's not going to cost you anything financially other than gas or however you got to get there. But the investment that it is going to cost you is taking the time. You know, you have got to commit to coming to these sessions. You know, it's job training. So, you know, the reality is if you won't come to class, then odds are you won't go to work. So
True.
If you're not serious, then, you know, we don't want them to take someone else's spot that might be serious. So serious candidates only, but we're here to help you. You know, there's no guarantees that you're going to get the job, but I guarantee that if you don't have this training, you don't have a good shot at landing these jobs. So I think it's a great partnership that we're happy to be a part of, and again, it's part of our commitment to the community that we want to do what we can to make you more employable, you know, if you will.
And once again, people need to be signing up right now.
You need to be signing up because, again, September 11th is the start of the class, you know, and it'll run through mid-November, you know, so there's a time commitment. But I guarantee you, going through this class, you will increase, you know, your knowledge, you'll increase your skill, you'll increase your competency, you know, and not only, you know, will we teach you the basics of manufacturing, but we'll also help you prepare a resume, we'll help you, you know, prepare for job interviews, we'll help you search for jobs within the consortium. I mean, there's a lot of support that's going to come, you know, with your participation in this program. So you definitely want to take advantage of it.
It's a good deal.
Right.
Bradfield is also helping people with their health care as well.
Absolutely. Well, we know that diabetes is a huge issue, you know, regardless of age. And what we want to do specifically for seniors, okay, specifically and primarily for seniors, we have a diabetes management workshop that we're offering in partnership with the Area Agency on Aging. Now, this program is going to start on Monday, September the 6th. It'll run, again, I want to make sure I get this right, from 12 to 3. So September the 6th through October the 11th from 12 to 3 at the Bradfield Center. And here you will get tips on how to manage your diabetes. You'll get tips on how to treat, you know, you get information on new technology, new innovations, things that you can do to help reduce your dependency on diabetes medication. You know, we're going to teach you and just share with you some information that you could use so that way, you know, your risk of premature death or something else is reduced because of your lack of knowledge. We want you to be knowledgeable. You know, we love our seniors. We believe that the sacrifices and things that they went through make it possible for us to do what we do, and it's our turn to take care of them. So, in living up to our commitment to serve our seniors, we want them to know that we take your health serious, but we can't take it more serious than you take it. So we're going to offer the class, again, starting on September the 6th, Monday. There is no cost financially, but the investment is participation. you have to make the commitment to come. You have to make the commitment to be involved. You have to make the commitment to get the information, and then once you have the information, apply the information. That way we can help to ensure that you have a better quality of life.
One of the components of diabetes management is exercise,
Absolutely.
and you even have a fitness class to help them out.
We're pulling out all the stops. All right, so on Mondays and Thursdays, we're going to offer senior fitness classes, okay, through a partnership with the Senior Services Center. Okay, it's going to take place from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Okay, so we have some fitness instructors that are going to come in. They're going to lead you to help you with your stretching, your flexibility, your balance, you know, to make sure that you are actively involved and engaged, because, you know, research shows that the less active you are, the more likely is you're going to have health issues to deal with. So again, we love our seniors, and we want them to know that they have opportunities to come, get some exercise, but more importantly than getting exercise, you get an opportunity for you to socialize, you know, see some people that perhaps you haven't seen in a long time, but also gives you the confidence in knowing that you're not by yourself, you know, hey, you know, some of your friends are there as well. So it turns into a social opportunity as well as an exercise opportunity. So again, you can't beat the price.
Still free?
Well, there's no financial commitment.
Just your time and your effort.
Your time and your effort, and that's what's critical. So,
well, you know, one of the things you guys, I heard you're kicking around is the possibility of adult basketball leagues.
Yes, we are. We are in the final stages of a fall basketball league, as well as a high school fall basketball league as well, because we know that there are several high school students that play basketball, but they're not doing anything this, you know, during football season.
Sure.
So it's an opportunity before they can legally start working with their coaches. It's an opportunity for them to come and play, you know, get a workout in, hone up on their skills, so that way come basketball season, they're ready to go. But then, based upon the attendance and the interest from our open gyms, you know, we've been asked, hey, please offer something more structured. You know, open gym is great. It's great for pickup games and things of that nature, but a lot of these gym individuals, hey, they want to take it to the next level. So they're asking for a structured league. So again, if the community asks for it, if we can make it happen, if it fits our mission, if it's in our, you know, if we have the capacity to offer it, then why not? Okay, so, but more information about those leagues will be released here within the next couple days. We're just putting the final pieces on, so we're excited. There's a lot going on at the center.
There sure is.
A lot going on. So.
If anybody wants to sign up for any of this, best way to do it is how?
Call us. You know, call us 419-228-7766, or they can stop by. We're located at the corner of North Shore and College. Specific address is 550 South College Street. Come by and see us. We love to talk to you. We love to show you around. I mean, you know, we're still pushing memberships. We're still, you know, renting out the facility. We're still open to ideas and suggestions regarding other programs. You know, putting the final touches on computer classes as well. So there, you know, there's a lot going on in Bradfield, but none of it's possible without, you know, the community support.
All righty. Well, I appreciate you coming in and sharing it with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you. Londell Smith from the Bradfield Center. I'm Anne Decker, and this is Community Focus.